so that we are on the same page. Mojang released a new experimental snapshot that contains the Warden and also a new structure and new blocks. The structure is the ancient city, and the blocks are the Skulk Shrieker, the Skulk Sensors, and the Skulk Catalyst. If there is a Skulk Shrieker nearby, and that gets activated by a Skulk Sensor, for example this one, by making some sound, then the Shrieker gets activated and summons the Warden. You can see that in the bottom right here, Warden approaches. If that happens 3 times, then the Warden will be summoned. The Warden extends out of the ground, and that seems to not work in daylight. But here he is. The Warden follows every kind of sound, and if he gets angry, then he makes that roar and starts chasing the things that are making the sound. Well, in this case, not quite, but you know what I mean. Attacking the Warden is not recommended because it punches very hard and it doesn't even drop anything on death. The biggest reason why we want to enter the ancient cities is to get the new Swift Sneak Enchantment that makes you sneak faster than you ever had sneaked before. In other videos you often see people flying through the ancient cities in creative mode or in Spectator. We won't be doing that. Instead, we try survival mode. Without further ado, here is our starting spot for raiding that ancient city. We have our little shack here in the back, totally not made with creative. Oh no, yes, okay. I think the following things will be things that we need to have. Let's not argue about the quantity. I don't think that we need 8 stacks of wool, but just to make sure I will take it with me. For armor I will use diamond gear with unbreaking and protection. I don't think that it's quite necessary, especially if we don't even want to fight the Warden anyways. And on top of that, some tools to mine, a pickaxe and a hoe. Hoe is very useful because it's the tool to mine the Skulk blocks and the Skulk Sensor, and with Silk Touch we even get the various blocks. Without it, some of them would not drop. Unbreaking 3 power 5 bow with some arrows. Maybe it's a little bit overpowered, but yeah. Lava and water bucket. Water bucket for some MLG possibilities. I don't think that I will make them, but just if I want to, we have it. And lava bucket for killing the Warden, if we really have to do. We start with these patches of Skulk and the Shriekers here. There is a Catalyst and some of the Skulk Sensors. The Skulk Sensors would activate if I were not sneaking. The problem now is, how do we get by that without activating it? I think it's rather easy if you have only small patches of that, because we might break this, then the Skulk Sensors get activated, and if we're fast enough, then we might break this without even activating the Warden mechanics. Let's try this. Okay, I think that worked. Because if you look at the bottom right side, there is no text like Warden approaching or something. Just to make sure that everyone is on board, this is just an experimental snapshot, so everything is up to change, and I think they will make the Warden even harder, that something like what I did just before will not be able to be used like that. I think we have collected every of the problematic blocks except the one Skulk Sensor on the bottom. What I will like to do, what you don't have to do, is to use torches. So just to see where I was and where I wasn't. And with that, we have our first patch of dangerous skulk material secured. I think the easiest way to loot the ancient cities will be to just get rid of all the skulk shriekers. And if you have done that, then raiding the end city will be just easy walking. So again, we have 2 shriekers and a sensor, and there is a second sensor. So maybe we will try the same thing again. Destroy this and run over to that one and just try it as well. Well, maybe in the opposite order. Yeah, I think that worked again. I think as long as there is only a hand of skulk block types, then it's always pretty easy to handle them. Here we have 2 shriekers and only 1 sensor. So the easiest thing we can do is just break this sensor and now we're safe. Can run around, destroy all the shriekers. Easy going. Having said that, we're not even in the city yet, but now you know how my strategy will be. It's pretty straightforward to deactivate all the shriekers. Let's see how good that works. I think what I will do is use this Walkway and watch out for structures, for deep slate structures that are on the side. That, for example, is one of the structures, and I think these things are the ones that are having the loot. Yeah, there it is. Now all we have to do is make sure that there is no skulk shrieker or skulk sensor nearby, and then we can actually look into it. Yeah, okay, some bones, skulk sensors. Or was it catalysts? Well, never mind. Okay. What I actually will be doing is also taking the chests, so at the end of the run we know how many chests we found, how many chests we raided. Not too good, but at least we found a chest. Oh, okay. This looks like a pathway to a shrine or something like that. Oh, yeah, okay. Now I realize this is the way to the quote-unquote portal. I don't know why everyone thinks that this is a portal. I mean, why would it be? Not too much happening here. Still looks pretty empty. Where was that shrieker? Oh, there was one. Okay. Well, that was blunder number 1. I think I have 2 more left. No problem so far. But just so you know. I think for loot, that framelight thing is the least interesting place. I haven't found any chests around it. Maybe I didn't see them, but if they are here, then they are hard to find. So let's go back. Okay, was that fast enough? I think so. Because there was no sound. Oh, no you don't. Yeah, like I said, as long as you destroy the Shriekers fast enough, you have to fear nothing. I really hope that they changed that, because with that it feels a little too easy. Still no Swift Sneak. I think if we really want to find things, then we might need to get a little higher. Yeah, with that kind of overview, it should be a lot easier. Oh. Oh. But then again, no Shrieker, everything safe. And I think that might be a place to look for more chests, so let's get down there. Okay. And now we got the wand. I already have an idea. Yeah, I should be safe here. So let's see what happens. And with seeing, I don't think we will see a lot. So let's just hear. He whines a little bit. He wanders around. He sniffs again. There is nothing like angry roaring or something like that, so I think we are safe. And he digs, so he's away now. Yeah, that was easy. Yeah, okay. So we still have the darkness effect, and now it's gone. Okay. So what triggered the warden this time? Maybe it was this shrieker over there, but I think that should have been too far away. Maybe it was that one anyways. And he's blocked. Easy. A little bit too easy, to be honest, yeah. Oh, okay. This is the so-called bath area. Well, I don't know if anyone else calls it like that, but there is water here and there, and it looks like you can take a sip into it. Maybe after getting rid of the danger blocks. I don't know if I'm just lucky or if there's just too few shriekers. But at the same time, still no enchantment, so maybe I'm not so lucky. This looks a little bit like the Warden, but at the same time, this looks like it doesn't have any chests. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe this time. Oh, wait. What did I see? Oh, yes. No, you won't. Ah. Yeah, time for some AFKing, I would say. Oh, there's our warden, not knowing where I am. We can also make a mark for that shrieker. We already know that there is one now, and the next chest will be there. But I think that one will be first. So our friend the warden will again wander around, and then he gets bored and digs back again. Some more bones, a little bit, and a name tag. One torch on the top, so we know that this is one of the ruined structures that we have already looted. And now back to the place we saw before. Oh yeah, let's grab that one too. Again, a couple of sensors, just one shrieker. No big deal. Oh, by the way, even if there is no sensor nearby, don't step on this thing, because that activates it too. Actually, not if you're sneaking. Oh god, that scared me. But again, if you destroy it directly afterwards, at least in Snapshot 1, it will not trigger. Oh, that's another thing. If there are sensors nearby, they won't detect placing wool normally. What they will detect is if you place any other block than wool, like this one for example. But there is one exception in that case, and that is when you place wool on top of one of these sculpt blocks, because then it too gets activated. So it's not viable to shut the sensors down by encasing them with wool. And if you don't know what I mean with that, normally if you have a block of wool between the source of the sound and the skulk sensor, then it will not trigger. Like I can destroy that torch and place it again, no problem, because the wall is excluding the sound. If I would place the torch here, it would make the skulk sensor trigger. Thank you for being my test subject, and now be gone. Nope, you don't. Oh yes, finally. Okay. Okay. Zombies. They shouldn't be able to spawn here, but it sounds like there are a lot. Okay. Oh really? Wow, Frostwalker. Okay. Well, sure. No. Let's not take it, because we don't want to mess with our results later on. No reaction. Oh. That is also some kind of loot. Yeah. Now the torches come in handy because now we see where we were before. Every structure that has torches on, we already raided before. So this one we raided, and that one, and this one. Even there was no chest, but still. Okay, maybe over there will be some more. Let's find out. Yeah, that's the entrance again. I mean, that counts, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we're back, and that was all. Well then, let's see what we got. Everything sorted now. We see the loot we got. It was some bones, 2.5 stacks in total, a skeleton skull. It was 15 chests that we looted in total, and we found 4 enchantment books, with one of them having Swift Sneak 2. The only reason you really looted that thing anyways. I got quite a few Skulk Catalysts. That's a nice find, because I don't think they are renewable right now. If you really want to have a Swift Sneak 3 book, then you need to be very lucky, I think. Or you have to raid multiple of these ancient cities. But Nikoshin, every time the Warden came, you just towered up and waited until he's away. What would you do if the Warden would start attacking you? Well, to be honest, still quite not a big problem, because as long as you have your lava, let's demonstrate that for a bit. Come on, you can do it. I just want to show how you get angry if you don't pillar up high enough. At least you see that he will not despawn if you're not high enough. Forget what I said, and that looked a little bit silly. Okay, anyways. Forget that. Let's try it again. Yes, now he's angry. And now he won't despawn anymore. He's totally fixated on you, and you cannot get away from him. You either have to fight him, or you have to flee upstairs so he can't follow you. What would you do in a situation like that? The Warden and you, eye and eye. Something like that. It takes a while, but I think slowly but surely. Yeah, it takes a long time, but it's a very safe way to kill him. I mean, at the same time you might burn half of the ancient city's wall away, but anyways, very, very secure way. Another way, just for demonstration purposes, let's summon him again. What do we do now? First, you get a trapdoor, place it like that, and put yourself in crawling mode. Now you can attack that Warden without being attacked by him. That also takes quite a lot of time. Yeah, and he's gone. Now that I tested a lot around, let's make one last try. Okay. So the Warden seems to have a big weakness, and that is, if it sniffs you, it follows the path where you have been at the moment. That is, it can sniff you. So right now he wanders around aimlessly until he starts sniffing. You can hear it, you can see it in the subtitles. Now he should have found my location. If I'm right, I might be able to just sneak behind him. Again, some sniffing. So let's just go down here. Sniffing again. Okay, now he seemed to have found me, but just sneak around him a little bit. Still no showings of any angry reactions. That means, yeah, that have worked rather easily. The animation, the digging animation wasn't there again, but no problem at all. At least if you have the space for sneaking around. What have we learned today? If you want to raid the ancient city, you don't want to go to that frame thing, to that statue of the Warden, because there is actually not really a big deal of loot there, at least at my case. And I don't think that there is meant to be any loot around. So you can go there and a little bit of sightseeing, a little bit of looking, but loot-wise, not a great place. The same goes for that hallway here. And again, maybe there is loot at your place, but when I raided that thing, there was nothing. To navigate the ancient cities and find all the loot, we want to travel on this wool paths and look at the left side out of the window for any kind of structures that look like broken down houses or something like that. Maybe altars or baths, you know, the things we found. In these places you will find the chests. They are often secured by skulk blocks and skulk shurikas, but if you destroy them in the right order and if you're fast enough, most of the time you can prevent encountering that Warden completely. My personal tip: always place torches on top of the broken statues, broken buildings you have already looted, because if you tower up somewhere and take a big overview, you see the torches that you placed and you know you was already there. For the things that I found so far, I would say there are houses, broken houses, an altar room, or well, it's not a room, it's more like an open altar. And here you can find the skeleton skull. Here in this corner it was when I found it. And there are 2 chests on either side of that altar. And that is the bathing area. Being totally honest, I don't exactly know anymore where all the chests were, but there were quite a lot of chests hidden in this little wall sections. For example, here was one, and here was another one. I don't know for sure anymore, but again, this is one of the bigger areas and there are some more of the chests. If you make a mistake while encountering the Warden, just use your wool and pillar up as high as you can and wait until it despawns. And one last thing I might add. This is not a portal. There are so many events that Mojang does, like the Minecon and a lot of other things like tweets and YouTube videos. And most of the things they announce, they do beforehand, months before. Why would they keep something like a new dimension hidden? I don't see the reason for that. And I can't stress it enough, everything you saw is from experimental snapshot 1, and as the word experimental and the word snapshot says, everything is up to change. So the things you saw will probably be a little bit different than what you will experience when the finished version of this biome of this game is out. If you want, you can stay and watch the city from spectator mode. If you don't, then you can also check out one of my other videos. For example, a video where I tried this new Swift Sneak Enchantment, or even my new started single player survival series.